Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We are sat at Fort William where, towards the end of the last episode, as we was about to take our little cab ride, I got excited thinking we'd complete this mission. However, reading comprehension was a little off. It's deliver people to Glasgow. So this delivery of people, yeah, sure, won't count. No, we've got to send them the other way. But these people will be all heading to Glasgow, and I do intend to expand our lines throughout our playthrough and sort of go for a bustling map. Little communities around the campaign, if it lets me. Our train is on the way, so we'll bring up the UI. There we go. Yes, I just read transporting people, 4 of 20, although that did say 2 of 20, so people are getting on the bus or walking to their destinations, and we're still dropping people off. So only 16 people need to arrive at Glasgow. How many people are waiting here before we wander off? 48! How many people do we carry? Oh, no one else joined the platform. Oh, they are. Could we extend this train? Well, do you know what? Given our funds, I think what we can do is just duplicate it. There we go. But we've got an issue there, haven't we? We now need a passing loop. This is what I mean, though. I'd like to do a little bit beyond what the game is asking or the campaign is asking of us. If we make a passing loop, I know we could share track here, but that would be kind of awkward. And since funds are not an issue, we may even double track this all the way. Oh, that's not the way that was supposed to go. Could you not do that? There we go. What sort of speed do we want? Our trains can't get past 50 anyway, can they? So, yeah, they're quite slow in this era, and it's not like we're going to be heading into new eras anytime soon. Can we get 50 over there? Close enough. Well, there we go. 50 it is. That should be a handy little passing loop, shouldn't it? We'll just have a signal either end. We can block it further if we need to, but we've only got 2 trains. Nicely blocked, and if we bring up the line now, our Glasgow Express, or commuter I guess it is free to pass. Oh, I haven't turned off these, have I? No, they're going to reset each time. There we go. It will when I save it now. Our passenger train is going to pick up some more people from Glasgow. 36 waiting already. So yeah, a second train was definitely needed. We'll no doubt make some profit from that, won't we? And our train is on the way back full. We were a little behind the curve as far as demand is concerned. But oh, there goes our little bus. They turn round here. It's you pay extra for that. It's a little tour of the station. You get to look at the station as you go by. How busy is it over at Glasgow? It's quite busy, isn't it? Do you know, I'd like to rectify that. Let's get an extra bus on each line. Manage vehicles, duplicate you, and Glasgow 1, duplicate you. There we go, a couple of extra buses. Should keep you all happy and get people shifted from the station sooner. There we go, someone else has arrived. 5 of 20. Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? How's our boat doing? You have 16 on at the moment. We've only got 1 boat doing that. How's our passing loop working? Lovely. Now, this one was a little bit behind as well, so it would be further up that way. All 3 trains. That's nice, isn't it? I wonder what we'll be cab riding today. It's got to be one of these. Probably the passenger train. Hopefully, we'll get to do all of this and pass our iron train. Could we throw another wagon on there? Quite obviously, yes. Is it needed? Well, it might be, eventually. How much steel consumers do we want? 77. Oh no, we are keeping up with it. It's going to produce the full load, so I guess we could make a little bit more profit. It wouldn't be too bad, would it? We'll just throw a couple more on there. Meaty train. There we go. How many are we carrying? 40. What's that done for our line rate? 188. More than enough. And a little room for growth as well. So what we should do is, if we can, is get the coal close to that. Which it isn't too far off now. So we'll add possibly a couple more. Yeah, a couple more should do it. 2 more on you. See what that does for our line rate. We need a... Oh, that's thrown it right over. That's fine though. We can always add another wagon on here. And as you may well know, if you have been following me through my Transport Fever 2 journey, we don't find out the actual line rate until later on. Right, 5 people are more than likely going to have to catch the bus or walk. Hopefully it'll... Well, it doesn't matter which people they are, does it? It will be the people that are getting off at the closest stops. Our buses have a bit of a boost. We are now taking more people around. It's very busy. Yeah, there we go. There are some mods that I miss. Like little walkovers and stuff. Pedestrian bridges. They're much needed, aren't they? Instead of this going on. But back in this day, that wouldn't have been a thing, would it? This is probably accurate. There are buses and trams hurtling towards people and people thinking that they can dodge them. I've seen those remastered videos on YouTube of old footage and it's scary. It's very scary. There we go. Another person has arrived in Glasgow. We should get a few more as well. There's how many people do these carry? 5 people. There we go. We're getting on board. The lag is there as individual buildings go up and down and whatnot. That will be what those little stutters are as it calculates new routes for new people. There we go. Another person. Looking for 3 more people. I love sitting down here watching this go on. Although I do want to go and see how our boat is doing after we've completed this and found out what we're going to do next. 18, 2 to go, 1 to go. Come on. I want to hear that applause. That was terrible timing. I was hoping it was going to be after that. Applause? How about now? I can't sit there all episode. There we go.
The new workers from the Highlands are remarkably productive as they slave away. To keep them in a good mood and make sure they don't fall for any kinds of rebellious activities, precautionary sedation is called for. Whiskey from the Western Isles is excellently suited to this purpose. Supply the city with cheap booze that pacifies the dissatisfied so that subversive activities don't get started. Plunge into the wonderful world of spirits. Thanks to your supply, no one will be left high and dry.
Anyway, he was talking about something to do with whiskey. What I care about is we have to deliver 25 barrels of whiskey to casks, would it be? Do they come in casks? I think that's what they are, right? Or is that something different? No, that's a casket. Anyhow, we've picked up a little bit. We're almost full. That's not too bad considering we've maybe pushed a bit of demand. But yeah, we're up to... there we go. It's doing all right. We should really think about balancing this so that our line rate is at least 100. Depending on what the actual line rate turns out to be. 2 ships might be a good idea once this goes. We want to be delivering it as quickly as possible though, don't we? What we got at the moment, we've only got 2. I'll tell you what, we're gonna... Oh no, we got 4 because they wait until full, but they'll leave after 3 minutes. So, duplicate the lot? I wouldn't mind going for that. There we go. That should make sure we get stuff shifted. We carry, what was it, 70 odd, wasn't it? And we've got a capacity of 95. I'd prefer to keep this balanced rather than just add loads more.
Without fail,
What's this?
some of the whiskey oddly disappears in transit. Is it likely that it evaporates out on the open sea?
He's sat there.
Is it the legendary angel share that imperceptibly vanishes there?
I need to stop you there, sir.
If it is, then the angels must be awfully thirsty.
He's here. He hasn't left. Sure, I'll accept. Will this work?
A ship sails through the locks of the Inner Hebrides.
He's here.
Rolling from side to side in peculiar curves.
Hasn't left yet.
Word has it that cheerful singing coming from the steamer was heard on shore.
Click.
Captain Klein says the ferrymen are very poorly paid, so they might have occasionally treated themselves to a sip from the cargo.
Good for them.
That just won't do, of course. If at all, then they ought to get drunk like self-respecting people do it, inside a good pub where it's nice and cozy.
Anyhow, pub. Indeed, there is a pub. You can see the little barrel here. Do you know, talking of, again, things that get removed from the game once you start a free play, this is one of them, isn't it? I know mods can do this. But why didn't this carry through to an option in free play, like dynamic buildings popping up in cities that you can deliver extra goods to? And the fact that we get less and less goodies to deal with the more that you get into free play, unless you go the mods route. But now that there's console, that's not the case, is it? They can't rely on mod. If you're playing on the console, you've got what you've got. So for anybody who gets into free play after playing the campaign on the Xbox or the PlayStation, you're going to lose most of the content that it shows you and introduces you to during this campaign. It's just one of my gripes. Hopefully that gets addressed at some point, and we keep a bit of variety in the free play without mods. Okay, so we're going to meet whatever line rate this is eventually, 50 times 2, because we'll have 2 ships, so we can have one on the way back with goodies, as they are filling up quite quickly up there. We've got our trucks queued up. I don't mind this, they're going to get shifting. We can probably change their line now and have them wait for eternity, because I would like to ensure that there's always trucks here waiting if we're a little unbalanced to start with, until we get the flow going. I guess I could have sent this ship off. Yeah, that was awkward. I could have sent it off now, couldn't I? Although, how many we got? Yeah, do you know what? Let's duplicate you. And then we'll get a rough idea of what our line rate's going to be. Saying 100, so we'll probably need a few more here. They're not going to get held up here because of the way we've got them looping around and heading back out. Yeah, I'm going to add 2 more on this line. Yes, 2 more on this line. It'll take them a little while to get from the depot. Our depot that we're using is up by the train station there. How's our passenger service doing? Look at that, you're making us money, it's beautiful. So's our steel run, although that could probably be a bit bigger now, couldn't it? What is the line rate for that? It needs to be 70, doesn't it? Where are you? Glasgow Steel, get the buses off the view. 87, we're alright. We can shift what we need to shift there. How many do you need? Oh, 132. It looks like we might need a little truck stop. Yeah, we're not reaching everywhere, I don't think. No. Well, our ship's here. We're going to unload. Our other one's going to... Oh, what you doing? No, you went to... of course, you went to the first stop first. Makes sense. That's our ship. That's the one that has a full cargo hold of whiskey. But where on earth do you... This can't be it, can it? It's got to be somewhere down there. Oh, yeah, there's a little... Some stairs and stuff going down. It's probably all down there, isn't it? Right, drop us off our first load of whiskey. You guys, get ready to pick up loads of whiskey. This is probably the pace I'm going to go for the campaign. Because you want to relax, don't you? Enjoy it. We're nearly in 1881. I don't know whether you can actually change the date speed. That would be a bit cheaty, wouldn't it? You can't. That's nice. It's actually rather nice. There we go. Right. We won't be full here because we carry 70 there. And we've got room for 95. These carry 5 each by the looks of things. Yes, they do. It says steel, but that'll switch to whiskey once they've gone to pick up their load. So this will get rid of quite a bit, won't it? And we've got some more empty trucks on the way back. Horse and carts. I keep calling them trucks. Eventually there'll be trucks, no doubt, as we progress. Where's our other boat? They're following each other at the moment. However, if we're not keeping up here... Oh, look at that. We don't have the capacity at our harbour. Well, we could maybe see what we could do with that. Cargo. Small dock. Large dock for small and large cargo ships. Provides capacity for 60 items. Is that what we've got? We've probably only got the small dock, haven't we? 30 items? Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a shame. It's a little more difficult, isn't it, to get capacity increase for harbours. Can we add another one on there? Construction locked. Does that mean it won't let us add to it anyway? I don't know what that means. That's not something I've come across. It's fine. Maybe we'll keep up eventually. I don't want to put 2 harbours in. That just seems excessive. What's this? Oh, we're done.
Thanks to you, throats are well lubricated all over Glasgow. But on an empty stomach, the water of life makes people anything but lively. What's required is a sound basis in the form of solid food. A new dish is currently on everyone's lips. Deep-fried fish with deep-fried potatoes. What a culinary delight! Help this masterpiece of British cuisine to triumphant progress. Your services are going to stuff the city's jaws and provide fishing operations on the Atlantic with record sales.
So, build a cargo station at the fishery and use tracks to connect it to Glasgow. Where is this fishery? Miles away. Oh, are we at the other side of Fort William? Yeah, we are. We might be able to do something with this. We can move our road depot and have a through line going up there, perhaps. Yes. We could turn this into a through station, technically, couldn't we? It would mean a bit of bulldozing, but I don't mind. We've got the money for it. Our ship's already on the way back, of course. Our other ship is waiting, and waiting patiently. I love this. So we've got that situation sorted. We haven't supplied anything to the pub just yet, but it will eventually get there. What about the line rate over this way with our coal and iron? Oh, you've actually got more. Look at that. The only reason I would balance these below 400 is so we end up with equal amounts in here. As you can see, we're slightly behind on our iron, which would be accurate if these line rates are accurate. I'll tell you what then, this train, we might as well do that. There we go. Add a couple more on you. You now take 48. What's your power like with a full load? Are you all right? You're getting away. I mean, you get to diminishing returns at some point, don't you? The point of diminishing returns, where you just don't have the power and it ends up costing you. As is, I think we'll be okay. It's mediocre. It takes us 95 seconds. Yeah, the distance, it just really doesn't matter. As long as this has shifted it up a little bit. There we go, 217. And that was close to what this is. Yeah, this was 217, 212. We'll get a little bit ahead on the iron. Okay, we are going to build this. We are going to figure out how to get through there. They won't need to do that little journey. We are going to demolish some buildings. And they should rebuild Do we need that there? Well, we could possibly slide across here. We're going to need to move that bus stop though in order to do this, and we're going to have to change this from a terminus into a through station of sorts. We can just run a track next to it, can't we? What I'm hoping is we can continue through on this track and have like a double track all the way through. Can I get rid of all the segments? Of course you can't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right, how is our level crossing looking? Absolutely abysmal. Of course it is. I'll tell you what then, what we're going to do is delete that bit of road and... oh, it's awful. I'm deleting it all. And then we'll redo our crossing. Does it need a crossing? Nah. But we're going to do one anyway. Could we possibly just head out straight-ish? There we go. Let it snap. And we'll keep flat. Shall we? Yeah, keep flat. Depends what this looks like hooked in. Beautiful. And then we'll get rid of that little bit there. Then it curves nicely out. And our bus will need to be around here somewhere. But we'll also need a bit more of a building over here. So we'll configure this to have an extra bit of platform as scenery, just so that we can stick another passenger building on. Possibly a smaller one that is connected to the road. There we go. We should have got our connections back there. Definitely have a bus stop right near the near the crossing there. Why not? Do we still have the bus stop available to replace? We do. We'll stick you up near where you get on at the station. Did that count? It did. And we'll do a little bit of scenery work on here. Paint tools, and we want some... what do we want? Is it gravel? No, it's asphalt, isn't it? Probably that one. The brush is always horrendous when you first use it. Is that the one? Oh, look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing, almost. That's pleasant. And what haven't we done today, guys? A little bit of official episode to tidy this mess up. There we go. That can go out there. Our people don't know what to make of that. They're all up in the grass, knee deep in grass. There might be a bog of some sort there. But that is a pleasant crossing. It's always nice to have a crossing. We might be able to do the same down here, although that's a road to nowhere, so we can definitely remove it. We'll get us a terminus down here for our freight, and then we'll connect that up. We will need it double tracked. We'll have to have a turnout, won't we? But this is going to stay double tracked now all the way, and which is kind of handy because this here is the one that turns out, and that is the exact side I need to go ahead and finish off the double tracking down to there.
The fish out in the Atlantic leap happily into the nets, all on their own. And thanks to the railroad, the merchandise is even still fresh when it arrives in town.
Now we've got to deliver some fish down to Glasgow. We've obviously got some issues with our lines at the moment because we don't have a turnout here. But it doesn't need to be, or shouldn't need to be, double tracked past the station. I mean, it's a bit quick to be flying into the station. But fortunately, we're heading out of the station this way. What we will need is a signal there. Well, how do I want to do this? We don't really want to run through the station. And I'm gonna go with a bit of this for the passing train. Is that how we want to do it? Maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. This one's going to head past. Let's get a one-way signal to dictate traffic that way. Let's get a two-way signal on both sides of the track, I'm going to say. We'll have one there, and we'll have one... Oh, go on. You can do it. One. Get in. It keeps disappearing. One. Oh, they're wonky. Guys, they're wonky. We could have this signal further away. and maybe claim that area a little sooner. It's a bit close to the crossing, but that's fine. We'll probably just leave that then as a dead end for now because it's not required. How many trains we run down there might change that though. We will need some extra blocking now that we have 2 lines sharing the double line. And since we have to head in...
A mysterious stone circle is going to transport you into the past, where you can help James Fraser, an equally courageous and passionate man, to win the decisive Battle of Culloden against the English Redcoats and write history in the process.
Except...
the stones don't reveal their secret to just anyone. Prove that you are worthy of their wonders. How is this achieved? Well, that's written in the stars.
Why? Why a puzzle? Why? I don't like puzzle games. Well, I mean, they're all right, but the thing with puzzle games is you have to think like the person creating the puzzle half the time. It's not so much a puzzle as, what am I thinking? And then when you work it out, you're like, why? Why do you think that way? Or you're extremely happy because you both think the same way. Modify the carriage route and let it drive along the secret form. So is there a route? Yes, there's a route. It says it's written in the stars. So I would imagine you make a star? What? Is that right? That would be down there, then there, and then back, right? It's not so much a star as a... what are we going with there? Pentagram? How many sides we... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Manage line. Well, 1's there. Is that right? Mysterious stone. No, that's 5. That's 1. Stop 1 is there. Stone 1. This is ridiculous. This is... oh, I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna. Do you know what makes this worse? You can't move. Unless I've forgotten how to play, you can't actually modify this route. That is stone 1. So stone 1 wants to go to stone 3, technically, doesn't it? Let's do this. Right. Stone 1 to stone 3. We'll get rid of stone 2. And then after stone 3, go to stone 5. Then after stone 5, go to stone 2. Then go to stone 4. Then we're back. And then everything after that can be deleted. Is that right? 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. So we want to get rid of that and that. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. That makes a star, doesn't it? 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 2, 2 to 4 to 1. I mean, it's not technically making a star. Does it allow you to actually draw the extra roads in? Because that would make it a bit quicker, wouldn't it? It would be like... watch me crash it. Straight line from there to there. Prohibited area, you... oh. So I've no idea if that's correct, but that would make a star. 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 2, 2 to 4. Yeah, that would make a star. Well, guys, I'm going to save it there. We'll find out when I come back. What I might actually do is before we do that, we'll... yeah, I don't know. He's off. Whatever he's going to do. If you've actually got the solution, let me know in the comments, because he's going to do some weird stuff, I think. That's my guess anyway. I made a star. Right, so our train's down here. This is our fish. This is what we're going to be finishing next time out. We've got some blocking to do. I'll quickly do a little bit of blocking, as we don't want our trains held up too much, do we? We'll add another one there and there. I'm just halving the blocks each time, sort of, near as. And that seems to work for me when I'm blocking. There are mods for it, but we're not going to mention mods, because not everyone has access to those now. Let's go one there. Yeah, and then we'll go one between these two. Like that. That should be good, shouldn't it? We do need to double track all the way up this way. So I think a bit of station finagling might be in order. We could, though, just for our needs, have a bi-directional piece of track here and actually cross over directly under the tunnel. Just there. And that should give us a way out. As long as we've got a way across. Would it be that way? Yes. A way across there. And what we should be able to do is block traffic going that way. And the same up here. But our train now is going to need to cross into the platform. So we're going to make a scissors crossing. Diamond in the middle. And that should be that. I hope. We'll see. Oh, we need a scissors crossing here as well, don't we? Absolutely. Otherwise you can't get back across. Well, we're short on space where this becomes useful. But that should allow us, a little bit of traffic manoeuvring through there, especially since we've got two freight trains heading into the same platform. And we'll do a bit of blocking there because our trains are kind of small, aren't they? So that's a bit wonky. Needs to be there, doesn't it? Not that it matters. Look, Glasgow are happy. They're building. That's better. Well, it's a little better anyway. Right, so you should, cross out under the tunnel. If we look under the tunnel now, we've got a nice little diamond under there. There it is in the middle. Oh, you can even have a double slip switch. A little bit pointless. But that has tidied up our lines, ready for a new line. We definitely needed the extra throughput, didn't we? I say we can have another block here. And we're going to finish with a little bit of official episode. And then continue our journey. Let's stick the strength up on that. Yeah, then we'll continue our journey with the star thing that's going on. Oh dear. There we go. Nice and
tidy. The secret of the stones has been revealed. Although they didn't teleport you back to 1746. It was only to last Monday morning. But maybe that is better than waking up in the midst of a fierce battle.
We did it? Okay. Well, scrub that then. Oh, you can still... Look, do we just leave him do it? Just do that forever. That's fine. Guys, I wasn't expecting that. That's probably a good time to end it then. I surprised myself. Are we delivering beer here yet? Not yet. We have reach. It does deliver. But we've had it paused because we were building things and expanding our line ready for a nice fish run. Alright guys, that was a surprising one for me. Didn't realise we were going to actually do that. I was warned about it. The clue was in the task, wasn't it? But we're actually on board in the cab. I guess we're the person shoveling coal. On our new line, when we come back, we'll be delivering those fish. If that's the end of the episode, the end of the mission, I guess we can come back in and just tidy some line rates up. Anyway, guys, I'll leave you on board our new layout, which should be working like clockwork. And we'll see what happens next time out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.